Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. We're back for another edition of I Could Be Wrong. We're going to start off by giving our reaction to the kickoff game between the Bills and the Los Angeles Rams last night on Thursday Night Football. Obviously, the Bills won the game 31-10. I'll kick it over to you first, bro. Go ahead and give us your reaction, your thought on what we saw last night.
Well, my initial reaction was, man, the Bills look really, really good. They look in midseason form already. Early in the game, it was, with the turnovers, um, I'm sure they want to clean that up, but second half of that game looked really, really good. They were really efficient. Josh Allen looks really good. I wasn't expecting really such a one-sided game, honestly. So for Buffalo, I think that my takeaway from them is, they got a few things to clean up as far as turnovers go. The first interception was I wouldn't really pin on Josh Allen, but the fumbles from the running backs, Moss and Cook, definitely got to hang
Yeah.
on to the ball. And then Allen, of course, threw two interceptions in the game. The second one, I think he could have led the receiver just a little bit better on that play across the middle. But I got to give it to the DB. He made a heck of a
Yeah.
play coming across the field and picking that ball up. So kudos to him. Now, as far as the Rams go, man, I didn't see any chemistry there aside from what we would expect from Stafford and Cooper Cup, and even they had their moments where it was just a little bit off. I mean, there was a couple instances where Stafford just toss it where it was just a little out of reach for Cup, which is a little unlike them for their connection. So they looked a little out of sync. Henderson getting the start over Akers. Akers did not look good in limited touches. That was actually really surprising to me. You actually see a stat here: 0 second half points for the Rams. I mean, credit to the Bills defense, but let's be honest, they had two rookie corners on the field for most of the game. And I mean, man, Cup took advantage of them, but the other receivers, there were no real playmakers for the Rams on a day when they really, really needed some extra playmakers. I thought Allen Robinson might be a great addition, and I'll tell you, he's making me regret one of my early predictions already. So my takeaway is, the Bills are what we thought they were going to be to start the season. Really, really good team, ready to go, firing on all cylinders. The Rams. Aren't quite what I thought they would be. In fact, a little bit, lackluster performance from them.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Bills are what everyone thought they would be, maybe even better.
Yeah,
Ryan Clark even said it
Von
this
Miller,
morning.
man.
Ryan Clark said it this morning. I forgot on what show he was on, but he was on one of them, and he said his takeaway was exactly that. The Bills are who we thought they were, and more.
Yeah,
And honestly, I can't really disagree with him or anything you said. They really came out, especially in the second half, and really dominated the game. Honestly, they controlled the game from beginning to end, other than when they
definitely
turned the
did.
ball over those couple of times and gave LA a little bit of life. Um, LA right now on offense, they're pretty much Cooper Cup or bust. We were just talking about it before we started here. Cam Akers obviously seems to be in the doghouse. He did not show up last night. He was a no-show altogether. Darrell Henderson had some highlights. He did
Nice
some
play.
positive things. They just didn't have enough in the passing game to complement what he was able to do out of the backfield. So I think that, personally, I think my preseason prediction that Von Miller would be the most impactful offseason pickup is looking pretty good right
It
now.
looks pretty
Uh,
good. I
I
mean,
know it's only one game, but it's a hell of a game that he had last night. That's for
he was
sure.
around the quarterback a lot.
He was around the quarterback a lot, and
Two sacks.
the attention he was able to draw, really freed up a lot of those defensive linemen to get one-on-one matchups.
Yeah.
And 7 sacks later, the Bills proved why they are the early favorites to win the Super Bowl this year. So that's my biggest takeaway is the Bills defense is as good as they were last year. They looked even better last night and were able to make up for those mistakes that the offense made pretty quickly and erased them pretty quickly. And then obviously in the second half, dominated and pitched a shutout. Closed the game out with an interception of Matt Stafford. So really, Rams got to go back to the drawing board, and the Bills look like they're in midseason form, and they showed why they're the preseason favorite to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
And their best cornerback wasn't even on the field, Tre'Davious White.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't even play.
We'll talk about one of their other DBs here in just a minute, but yeah, I agree. All right, so that's all for our Thursday night football reaction to the kickoff game. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. Tell us what you thought about the kickoff game between the Bills and the Rams. And keep watching for our next segment, which is coming up very shortly.